Story by Jalaluddin Rumi, The Parrot and the Shopkeeper. Long ago in a distant land, there lived a grocer who owned a beautiful green parrot. The parrot stayed perched in a corner of the shop. This parrot could sing wonderfully and spoke fluently. In that sense, it was the perfect companion for the grocer. People would gather at the shop just to hear its sweet songs and amusing words. It also acted as a watchman for the store, keeping an eye on everything throughout the day. The parrot was friendly with customers and entertained them with playful antics and funny chatter, boosting the grocer's sales significantly. One day, the grocer left the parrot in the shop and went home for lunch. While he was gone, a cat suddenly dashed into the shop, chasing a mouse. Terrified by the cat's sudden appearance, the parrot flapped its wings frantically to escape and barely managed to get to safety. But in the process, its wings knocked several oil bottles off the shelf. They fell to the floor and shattered, spilling oil all over the shop. Soon after, the grocer returned. Seeing the mess, the broken bottles and the oily floor, he was furious. He noticed the parrot sitting in a corner looking guilty. In a fit of rage, he grabbed a stick and struck the parrot on the head. The poor bird was deeply hurt, but didn't utter a single word in protest. In pain and grief, it tore out all the feathers from its head with its claws. After that incident, the once lively and talkative parrot stopped singing and speaking altogether. No matter how much the grocer tried, the parrot remained silent. Over time, the grocer began to understand his grave mistake. He realized that hitting the bird had been terribly wrong. He hadn't just lost a cheerful companion. His business also began to decline. One day, the grocer, overcome with guilt, cried out, "If only I could break my own hand. How could I do such a cruel thing to my dear parrot? What kind of monster was I?" From then on, he started giving alms to any poor dervish passing by the shop, hoping that his good deeds might somehow bring forgiveness, and that perhaps the parrot would one day sing again. 3 days and nights passed in silence and regret. Then one day, a bald dervish was walking by the shop. Upon seeing him, the parrot suddenly spoke for the first time, saying, "Did you also break some oil bottles?" Hearing this, the customers in the shop were astonished. They burst into laughter. The parrot had assumed the bald dervish must have suffered the same punishment it did. One customer said to the parrot, "Dear little bird, never compare your story with someone else's. Just because two things look the same on the outside doesn't mean they truly are. Every situation is different." Moral: appearances can be deceiving. Just because someone seems similar doesn't mean their experiences are the same. And reacting with anger can hurt those we care about, sometimes in ways that can't be undone.